A pleasure to meet y'all at last. Well, here we are again, in another car, in another seat, in another location, if you can't already tell the background pretty much, and well, this time, let's just say, the heat's a bit more stifling. Well, thankfully that's pretty much why I come in prepared, so be prepared to see me drink out of this a lot. Well, but now let's get into some serious news right here because, well, exactly 1 week ago, June 27th, I basically talked a bit about a pretty nasty issue involving the majority of my life's work practically being taken away from me in a mere instant. But now's the time that I might as well touch up on that because, as I've said, I will touch up on it on July 4th. Yet here we are, exactly 1 week from that point in time. Here we are, pretty much. This is probably where I might as well go on ahead and talk about the so-called good news that's revolving around this topic. That 4 terabyte hard drive by Western Digital, I tell you, was pretty nasty. And, well, it's most likely corrupted by this point. I feel like that everything I had done was practically a waste of my time because of the fact that that entire hard drive practically had most of my life's work on it. Whereas I did keep a large portion of the rest of it on other hard drives, including the SSD internal drive, as well as a separate external hard drive, which is an extra 2 terabytes. So in total, that's over 6.5 terabytes worth of my work that I've basically put together. And to this day, I am still working as hard as I possibly can to ensure that that doesn't really, well, meet any other expectations other than my own. But, well, here we are. I gotta say that I have some very relieving news right now. I mean, smiling a little bit here, but that's only because let's just say that I managed to find a way to fix this. Because, as it turns out, well, that drive had become inaccessible. But fortunately, I was finally able to find a way to access it, and therefore reach out to all the files and the like that I had inside of that drive to begin with. I'd say it's worth noting that I might just be able to at least extract them out of that drive and then possibly go into a new drive. Recently, I was able to utilize an older PC inside of a workshop. Well, I will say for sure, that PC somehow knows to basically access inaccessible drives that are somehow labeled local disk E in a way. But the main thing is that with this in mind, I'm finally able to get my work back. After all this time that I figured that it was all doomed because of, well, this drive not being accessible and therefore, well, all my work being gone in the blink of an eye, now it's all coming together. I'm finally able to get my work back, and as a result, I can continue on with a lot of my new stuff. So, do expect me to have some more of that stuff. Well, I guess that's probably where I should, well, bring up a little side note right here. Because I actually have the transferring process from both the broken hard drive to a fresh new 4 terabyte hard drive that I just bought from Office Depot recently. And, well, since yesterday, the morning of July 3rd, I've been able to transfer pretty much all of my data. I actually just checked on it about a couple of hours ago, and it seems that, well, let's just say it'll take a while for all the data to be transferred. But by the time it's all over, I really gotta say, I just might be able to get back to work. I might just be able to get everything that I've sincerely worked for. I mean, wow. Like, this is just as good news as it comes, really. I never figured that somehow we would finally be able to be rid of such horrifying things to ever take place in the year 2021. But yet, here we are. Somehow, I finally managed to avert one of the many crisis-related events that have happened here. I mean, I'm almost at tears right now. As I've said, though, it's gonna be a while before all the data from that old drive gets transferred to the new one, but, well, let's just say that the sliver of hope right there that I just found on the transfer screen, which still shows 0% completion, but I'm more than just betting by this point that it just might work. I know it will. Everything that I've worked for, spent the last 10 years of my life putting together, is all coming back to me. And I'm more than just proud of myself for getting this far. I found out a way to work around this issue. A way out of this catastrophe at hand. And you know what? I don't know about you, but as soon as the data transfer is complete, I will in fact have some more materials ready to go, and some more work for, well, Facecam Specials Insurgents, the Lightning Venture, as well as some more Hot Wheels hilarity under the spotlight, DIY, and, of course, I'll even have some more films I should have talked about years ago episodes. I still have a hold put on them, but let's just say that in all the time that I've spent trying to figure out a way to fix this entire issue, I have, in fact, been recording a lot of new material for it. So, you might as well expect some more to come out even during this process, before it's even complete. So, I don't want to sound too biased though, because maybe something else might happen to it. Maybe it might go worse, maybe things might get even better, you never know. But once again, as I've said before, it's going to be a while before that even happens. And if times do end up changing, luck begins to turn, or skills begin to increase, then just maybe this transferring process might be done a lot sooner. So, I don't really know for sure, but I feel like I should come back with yet another vlog surrounding this entire thing, July 11th, 2021. Yeah, that's right. The same exact time that my YouTube channel will be turning 13 years old. Yeah. 13 years old. So you know what? I expect that to take place. And in all this time that I figured that I would never be able to get this far throughout my whole work, throughout my entire career, throughout my entire business, in all the time that it's run for more than 16 years, I never quite imagined that we would have something this bad. But you know what? I feel like times are finally coming together where things just might start to get better. We're finally having some mercy here. And I don't know if this year is ever going to get any better around here, but maybe that might just be the thing. 2021 might somehow give us a little more mercy than it is at this point. I hate to admit it, but the worst year ever in history just doesn't sound like the case as much as I felt like it would. But you never know. The next 5 months from now might turn out to be much different than we would definitely expect. With all the news that's circulating around, things like politics and the economy, sports, networks of all sorts, gaming, novels, etc., so on and so forth, anything can happen by this point. So, well, I suppose now's the time where I might as well just say that good news, I mean, they only just started coming in out the whole time that this whole year's been around. I hate to say it, but, well, the worst year ever finally is starting to somehow show us that it can be better in any possible way. But you know what, though? I don't want to sound too biased on that subject right now. So I guess we'll wait until the very end of this entire year to finally depict what this whole thing actually was, or is at this moment. July 11th, though, is where I'm probably going to be coming back with another vlog detailing the process on this entire thing. So, until then, don't really expect any new content to show up. But then again, because I have been working a lot on things like films I should have talked about years ago, Under the Spotlight, as well as some more upcoming things relating to some other, well, content that I have that's still ongoing, maybe things might change. You never really know. So July 11th is when I'll be coming back again. Until then, if you want to see more, go down to my channel, then make sure that you like, subscribe, comment, follow me on social media, and stay on the Hollywood side.